Hi guys, you're welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be learning how to draft an halter neck armor bustier pattern. I already have my basic bodice pattern draft halfway. So here is my chest line, my bust point line, my under bust line, waistline, top length, and the sewing allowance. And I have my neckline of 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. And I have my armhole. If you do not know how to draft a basic bodice block, I already have a tutorial on it. I'm going to be linking in the description below. Kindly check it out. This line that I have here is my nipple to nipple line, which is also my bust point line. So I'm just going to go ahead and label it once again so that it will be clear enough for us. The first thing you want to do is to come to your bust point line and raise your dart line by ½ inch. So from your bust point line on your nipple to nipple, you go out by ½ inch, just like this. Then from there you mark 0.5 inches down again. So it can be 1 inch, it can be 0.5 inch. Okay, then you're going to mark that point as well. The next thing is to do the underbust tightening. So for the underbust tightening, depending on the bust size, will determine how many inches you're going to be using. So for this one now, for this bust is 34, I'm going to be using 2 inches to tighten the underbust. So on the side that goes towards the side front, I'm going to be marking 1.25, while on the side that goes towards the center front, I'm going to mark 0.75. So I'm going to mark from the underbust down to the top length, then I'm going to connect with a straight line. Then from the underbust, I'm going to connect back to the bust point line. That 0.5 we marked earlier with a curve ruler, just like you see me doing. Okay, so with this we have contoured the underbust. That is, we have tightened the underbust. After this, you're going to take the waist circumference. Already on my chest line, so you're going to divide your waist circumference into 4. And here I'm working with 26, meaning that I have about 6.5 inches for my waist measurement. So from the center front, I'm going to measure to the dart line. I'm going to skip the dart, then I'm going to continue on the other side. So at the chest line, you divide your waist circumference into 4, which I already did. I'm just going to go ahead again and mark once again. Then also on the top plate, you're going to divide your hip circumference by 4. So here I'm working with 34 as well, and it's going to give me about 8.5, right? So just like the way I measured for my waist, I'm going to start from the center front line. I'm going to measure up to the dart line. I'll skip the dart, then I'll continue. Then I'm going to connect these 3 points together like so. So if you do not understand how I measured the waist, just do it the regular way and replace your waist dart. So now the next thing we're going to do is to connect the halter neck first before the armor bustier. Okay, so for the neckline, I already have my basic neckline, which is 3 inches by 3 inches. But because I want the neck to be a bit high, I'm going to use 2.5 inches by 3 inches. I'm still going to be attaching a collar. Either you want to attach a collar or not. What I'm just doing is to reduce it because I want the neck to be closer. Then from the neck width, I'm going to connect back to the armhole to give me the halter neck shape. So if you wanted to reveal your armhole a little bit, you can come down by 1 inch and connect like so. But if you want it to be closer to your armhole, you don't want your armhole to show at all, you're going to connect just like this to the armhole, not below the chest line, exactly on the chest line. All right, so with this we have connected the halter neck. The next thing we're going to be doing now is to draw the armhole bustier. This is because this halter neck line that I drew is now the new armhole for this top, okay, instead of the regular armhole. Okay, so that is why we need to draw the halter neckline first before that. Now this line, you're going to find the midpoint, just like the way we used to do for our regular armhole. You're going to find the midpoint of this one as well. Okay, then you're going to connect. Okay, then you're going to connect back to the bust point. That's 0.5 that we raised the other time. Okay, so then beside this line, you're going to take 0.5 inches on both sides of this line. If you want to use 0.75, you can use it as well. All right, this is just the regular way we do our armhole bustier. Okay, then you're going to connect the 2 points like so. If you don't want it to be as high as this, you can simply connect it lower a little bit from the mid armhole. So here I have 1 inch. Okay, so the next thing now is to plot the bust dart. So from the bust point line, I'm going to come down by 1.5 inches. Then I'm going to connect like depending on the bust size you're working with, will determine the measurement you're going to use. All right, so now we have our armhole. So the next thing now is to close the bust dart, and for me to be able to do that, I'll have to open the waist dart. I'll close the bust dart so that I'll be able to reconnect the bustier again. To close the bust dart, you're going to slash open the waist dart. That means you're going to cut through the waist dart. You stop before the bust point, then you come here on the bust point line exactly, you're going to cut through to the bust point part. Then you're going to place it on it like this and tape it down. Okay, as you can see, if you don't understand what I'm saying, just look at what I'm doing. All right, so with this we have closed the bust dart. Now to reconnect the armhole, we need to close this dart here. So the armhole dart, so here too we have a dart. So for us to be able to reconnect this line, we need to close the dart that we have here. Okay, so that by the time we cut and join, one will not be longer than the other. All right, so that's the essence of closing the dart. So you close the dart like so, you place your ruler on it and redraw the line. Okay, so this new line that you draw now, because we are assuming that we already cut out the dart, we are already joining the fabrics together. So that is why we need to reconnect it first before we do the final cutting. All right, so just like you see me doing, you are going to close the armhole dart, place your ruler on it and reconnect the line. You redraw the armhole line like so. By the time you open it up, you are going to see that if there will be need for any extension, addition or subtraction, you are definitely going to see it. And on this line is where we are going to be cutting, and we're going to be removing this part. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and measure this part. Okay, I measure both sides and see if it is equal. If it is not equal, I'm going to balance any shortage that I have. Okay, so then I'm going to draw out this line so that you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. So this line that I draw now is the line that we're going to be cutting on. Is our new line. Okay, we're going to be cutting out this middle part and also this waist dart part. So guys, now the next thing is to connect the sides, because by the time you close the bust dart, you're going to have a bit of shortage around that part. So you need to reconnect the line to ensure accuracy. So from the chest line, you're going to connect to the waistline like so. The next thing now is to cut out the pattern, and I'm going to start with the waist dart. Just like you see me doing, you're going to cut off the waist dart. Before we proceed, I'm going to add the side seam. So by the side, I'm going to add my side seam, which is 1.5. You can use less or more than that. Well, I suggest you just use 1.5, depending on the kind of fabric you're working with anyways. So guys, that was that about that. So I'm going to continue with cutting out the pattern. The thing I'm going to do now is to cut off the neckline. Okay, after cutting out the neckline, I'm going to take the measurement of the neckline for the sake of the collar that I'm going to be adding later. So now you're going to cut out the neckline. Okay, you can measure the neckline before or after cutting it out, but I prefer measuring it after cutting it out. And whatever measurement you have, you are going to note it down. This pattern is going to be an underbust blouse. So by the time I get to that point, I'm just going to tape it together like so. Then I'm going to cut through from the underbust line. Okay, I'm going to have two sides. So now for the back pattern, I already drafted the pattern for the back as well. I'm just going to use this marker to make it more visible. All right, so here we have the chest line, the waistline, and the top length. Okay, so then I also have the zipper allowance area. So the first thing I want to do here is to do the back tightening, and on the waistline I'm going to go in by ½ an inch or 0.75. If you are working with a bigger size, you can use 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect back to the neckline like so, and I'm going to connect back to the top length. What I'm doing here is just a typical back tightening to avoid the bulge on your blouse at the center back. Okay, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. Then I'm going to indicate the zipper allowance here. So now the next thing is to take the waist circumference measurement. If you want to have a dart on your top, you can simply go ahead and plot your waist dart, but because I don't want to have a dart here, I'm just going to take my waist measurements directly. On the bust line, on the chest line, you're going to take your bust divided by 4. On the hip line, your hip divided by 4. Then I'm going to connect the 3 points together like so. But if you want to have a dart on your own, you can simply just go ahead and plot the waist dart exactly the way we plot for our regular bodice. Okay, so then for the neckline, I went ahead and used 3 inches by 1 inch for the neckline. Then for the back as well, you're also going to draw out the halter neck exactly the way we did for the front, which is going to come from the neck width to the chest line, just like you see me doing. Okay, so then the next thing, if you want to have a princess seam at the back, you can simply connect just like we connect the front, or if you want to leave it like that, you can simply leave it like that. Depends on your choice. Okay, if you want to have an actual dart, just go ahead and take 1 inch dart, which is 0.5 on both sides, and connect it like so. Then when you do that, you are going to make sure that you replace that 1-inch dart by the side. Okay, go ahead and measure the 1 inch and reconnect back. I'm just doing all of this for the sake of the tutorial. For this particular top, I don't want to use a dart. All right, I'm still going to clean up the dart. So after you are done with this, the next thing is to cut out your pattern. We are done with the back. It's as simple and straightforward as it is. So like I said, I do not need a dart, so I'm going to be cutting off this dart replacement I have by the side, and I'm going to rub off. I'm going to clean off the waist dart, or I just indicate that I do not need it. Then for the neckline, I'm also going to cut out this neckline, and I'm going to take the measurements. Okay, so if you want to have a collar that is going to get into your zipper allowance, you start your measurement from the zipper allowance like so. But if you do not want it to enter the zipper allowance, you start your measurement after the zipper allowance. You fold the zipper allowance inside like this and you measure. Okay, so I'm going to note both measurements down just in case I change my mind later. I will know how many inches I'm using to cut my collar. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Okay, if your collar is going to get your zip allowance, you start your measurement from the zip allowance. All right, that's it. So guys, that'll be all for the pattern drafting. As you can see by the side, you see that the two sides are lines. Okay, because of the bust dart, that is accurate, and we close it up to eliminate the difference between the front length and the back length. And as for the center front, here is what I have. And in my next tutorial, we're going to be using this pattern to cut and sew an halter neck bustier. If you find this video helpful, kindly like this video, share, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop the sewing tutorial, you will be notified and you will not miss out on this. Check the description box for more related videos and tutorials. Till we meet again in my next one. Bye bye.